everybody. I am here at Sally's house. This is her fun craft room. It's really fun. And I have been sewing all weekend with her, and I made a bunch of quilt blocks and a bunch of bags. But what we're going to do today, it's our Tuesday tutorial time, and we are going to, hi Patricia, we are going to make a little pencil pouch. So it should be fun. It will be able to be attached to either your planner or a notebook. And it shouldn't take us too long to make it. And hi Kathy. Hi Lillian. And so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and we'll get started. Try not to point it at Sally. No, I'm just kidding. There's Sally. Hi, Shelly. So it's fun to do this. I haven't done this on my phone in a really long time, and now it shows me who comes on to watch, which is really fun. Didn't used to do that, so that's kind of cool. Let's see. Hi, Shelly. Hello, my cousin Gina. Okay, so here's my little pieces that I've pieced together. Hi, Barbara. So what I did is I used some Blooming Bunch. It's not Tilda, sorry you guys. I used some Blooming Bunch to make this little piece. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to stand up. It was doing fine right until I got on here, of course. Hopefully I can get it to stay standing there. There we go. Okay, so these two pieces are going to be my outside pieces for the pouch, and these are, oh, let me get my little written thing here and I'll hold it in front of the camera. So here is the sizes of the things that we need. 3 3/4 by 9 inches. You need 2 pieces for the outside and 2 pieces for the inside. So these are my 2 pieces for the outside, and I'm using this green for the inside. And then, hi Anne. And then you need 2 pieces, 1.5 by 2.5. Those are going to be our, oh, guess what I didn't cut for myself? I didn't cut these for myself, and I actually don't need them because I have the right size zipper. So zipper tabs, if you have a different size zipper than a 9-inch. So I have a 9-inch zipper. So if you have a smaller zipper, like an 8-inch zipper, you'll need zipper tabs. And then a 9-inch piece of elastic. And then you can use an 8-inch zipper with zipper tabs on the end, or if you have a nylon zipper, it can be any length because you can sew over the ends of it. So maybe if I'm really nice to Sally, she will make me some zipper tabs because I'd like to show you how to make those. So maybe Sally can cut me some zipper tabs.
Yeah, what are the
okay.
what size?
If in that zipper bag is my other little pieces of a Blooming Bunch. So they need to be 1.5 by 2.5. So they're already 2.5. You just cut them 1.5 wide. They're in there somewhere. Yeah, just if there's any teal left, just pick me a couple of teal ones or pink, whatever you have. Okay, thank you so much. It's good to have Sally here to help me. I made this earlier today out of some other fabric just to be sure that I had the dimensions right because I wrote this pattern a really long time ago. And so here is the original one that I did, and I cut the zipper tabs for this, and I was thinking that I had cut the ones for tonight at the same time, but I didn't. So this is the front of the one that I made earlier, and it zips open and you can put your pens and pencils inside. And then the back of it has a piece of elastic, and that goes over the top of your notebook, and you can use it as a bookmark and a pencil pouch. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do first is sew the zipper in. And what you want to do is put your outside. So these are the way I want them to be up. So it's going to go like this, and the zipper is going to go in the middle. And so this is going to be the top. So put one outside piece, and then you're going to put your zipper on upside down. Open your zipper like this. And actually, I'm going to wait until I get the zipper tabs, and we'll do those first.
Kind of nice.
So, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So, Sally just made these zipper tabs for me. So, these are 1.5 by 2.5, and that's these pieces right here. So, we're going to go ahead and press the ends over 1/4 inch on each end like this, and then we will sew them onto the zipper. This zipper is the right size, but I wanted to show you guys how to do this. If you have a long zipper, you can sew right over the nylon part of this zipper and it won't hurt it at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew this end of the zipper together to keep it together, because sometimes when you put your tabs on, the zipper comes apart at the end and then it doesn't look as nice. So I'm going to go ahead and just sew that really quick. See if I can get this to move over here with me. Doing this with my phone is a little different. Yeah. But the first thing I'm going to do is just sew the end of the zipper. Okay. So I'm going to, whoops, sorry. Don't have my own camera set up here, so I'm trying to get this to, yeah, I was trying to scoot it up. Sorry, you guys.
We're having fun.
Okay, let's see if I can get this to stand up here. It doesn't want to stand up. This is a different kind of tripod than I'm used to, so I'm trying to get it to hold my camera. It wants to lay down. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying. Okay, thank you. Sally's holding it for me. Okay, so I'm just going to take the ends of the zipper and make sure that they are together where the stopper of the zipper is. And I'm just going to sew across there just to hold it together. And backstitch a little. And that's that. Good for that. And then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing because I'm going to cut this stop off because I want to be able to put the tab on there. If you have, like I said, this is already a 9-inch zipper and it would work just like it is without tabs on it, but I wanted to show you how to do the tabs because most of the time you'll end up with a 12 or a 14-inch zipper and you'll have to cut these off anyway. Thank you, Sally. Okay. Okay, trying to get this to stand up again. Hope I'm not driving you guys crazy with this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the end of the zipper off because I want to get rid of that metal part because I don't want to sew over it. And I am going to turn the zipper tabs over by 1/4 inch on each end, so that I can sew them onto the zipper. So if you guys have been watching on Instagram, we've been doing a lot of sewing this weekend. You guys been doing any sewing? It still feels like the weekend to me, even though it's Tuesday. That happens when you leave the house, right? It always feels like you've got a vacation. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is take the tabs and put them just around the end of your zipper like that. We're going to match up the folded sides. And then we'll just top stitch them right on. I'm using some gray thread. I think that'll be fine for this. And I'm hoping you guys, yeah, there we go. Have to remember I don't have my big camera overhead. You can't see everything I'm doing unless I keep you right in frame. Okay. Sally was trying to sew along with me, but I think she's going to have to be my videographer.
It's okay. I'm watching.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is just top stitch. I'm going to make my stitches a little longer, and I'm just going to top stitch really close to the edge of the fold on these zipper tabs. Try not to run over the pins because it's not my sewing machine. Okay, so these are sewn down, the tabs on either side. Thank you, Sally. You're the best. Okay, so this is our outside. This is the top of the outside. And you're going to put that face up. You're going to put your zipper face down and center it on the outside piece. And put your raw edges together here at the top. And then you're going to take one of your interior pieces and put that face down right on top of there. And match up your ends of your interior and exterior pieces. And then I use pins. Some people use clips, but I find that it holds it more sturdily with pins than with clips, so that's what I use. And I'm just making sure on either end that I'm not going to be sewing over those metal pieces. Of course, that would hurt your needle. Don't want to do that. And just making sure that all the raw edges are matched up. And since Sally has to be my videographer and not work along with me, she gets her own private tutorial later.
I'll watch the video too.
And then I usually just put 3 pins in, one end and one in the middle. Okay, now we're just going to sew the zipper in on that side.
Look at that. Woo! That's hysterical.
We're doing the video dance here.
Yes.
Since we have a cable plugged in. Okay, let me get the zipper foot on. And you probably have sewn a zipper before and know what a good setting place for your zipper is. This one I feel is about right where the indent on this is, so I'm going to try to keep it straight going right down that. And I'm going to backstitch just a little there at the beginning. I'm glad I made one of these this morning before I tried to show you guys how to do this. When you get up to where the, oh, I wasn't there yet. So back here is where the zipper tab is. And so when I get there, I want to move that out of the way before I sew next to it. Otherwise you go sideways. Okay, so I'm about there. So what I'm going to do is pull this apart and pull that zipper tab past where I've sewn. Okay, back stitching. Okay, and since this is a nylon zipper, I don't want to press it because I always end up melting the zipper when I do that, even though I try to stay away from it. So what I'm going to do is just finger press this down on both sides, so the top and the exterior and the interior. I'm finger pressing it to keep it away from where the zipper is. And then I am going to top stitch very close to the edge of where it is folded down. So it'll be pretty close to about 1/8 of an inch, maybe even a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch away. And what that does is keeps it out of the way of the zipper when you go to open and close your zipper on your bag later. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the, whoops, came undone. Hold on just a sec. Let me rethread my needle here. Okay. So I'm going to top stitch this pretty close to the edge. And then I'm just making sure that it's staying away from the edge of the zipper on both sides. And if you're not super comfortable with top stitching, just go a little bit slower. I'm going a little bit fast right now because I'm trying to do it quickly for you guys. And the one thing that I used to always do is run out of thread when I was top stitching, which is the worst thing you can do. So always make sure you have enough thread in your bobbin when you top stitch. Okay, so I've just sewn the zipper in and I've just top stitched right along the edge of it to keep it out of the way of the zipper tab when you go to open and close it after your bag is made. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side.
So you know the roller we got in our box? Could you use that to
So
finger press?
if you are a member of the Tilda Club, a few months ago I gave you a presser roller, and that would be a great thing to use here along the edge of your zipper instead of using an iron, because that wouldn't melt your zipper. So I'm going to go ahead and open the zipper again. And I'm going to put the other exterior piece down. I'm going to do the same thing. We're putting the zipper down, face down on it, matching up the raw edges, and putting the interior face down on that. And then we'll go ahead and pin in the 3 places like we did before. And make sure that you're do your best anyway. I always end up off by about 1/8 of an inch, but try to keep all of your edges straight on each side and matched up. And it seems no matter what I do, I always end up off just a tiny bit, but it doesn't hurt anything in the end, really. Maybe I'm just not a precision sewer.
You're much more precise than me.
I didn't say that, Sally.
It's a slow, fast thing. We can talk about that later. Sewing therapy.
And again, I'm just keeping all of the raw edges together and putting a little pin in. Okay, so we're just going to do the exact same thing we just did, and sew in our zipper and top stitch again.
Sorry.
That's okay. I
Guys, don't get
appreciate
sick.
you. I appreciate you doing this for me, Sally.
Absolutely.
Oops. Okay. I've got to find the tab because I've just come up to it already because I forgot that it's there. I'm going to have to move it out of the way twice this time, but that's okay. Getting it out of the way. And I'm lucky because Sally has a machine that has a high shank, so I can do that and get it really far out of the way to move the zipper. My machine doesn't do that. Get all my pieces all together again here. There we go. This has quite a few seams because I pieced the outside with those 2.5-inch squares of blooming bunch. And if you guys are talking, I'm sorry, I'm not watching the screen. Okay, so I just sewed the other side of the zipper. So that's all done. I'm going to go ahead and finger press this away again from the zipper. Get it as flat as possible. I'm going to close the zipper for a second while I do that. I just kind of run my fingernail along it. It seems to keep it pretty well pressed down. This one is giving me a harder time than the other side did. Make sure it's away on the bottom. That looks good. Okay. Now I'm just going to top stitch along that edge. Make sure it's staying away. You're going to make it, Anne?
Mm-hmm.
It's really cute. Okay, top stitched. All done with that part. So here it is, all kind of try to get this out here in the light so you can see it a little better. There we go. Okay, so it's all top stitched down on each side, and that just keeps it away from getting into the zipper. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of keeping that straight, did I? But you can't see it on the top, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Excuse me. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, I'm moving back over to where we can be close to the iron. I don't know why, just because it's flatter over here, I guess. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your two exterior pieces and match up the long edge again. And on the exterior, you're going to go ahead and just sew a straight seam down that long edge. I'm sorry, there's something stuck in my throat, you guys. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, there we go. That's
Kelly
better.
says the fabrics are so cheery and bright.
Yeah, they're fun. I love this collection. It's so cute. Marsha from the Brady Bunch designed it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a 1/4-inch seam all the way down. This is the two exterior pieces put together. Now we've done nothing with these edges. Don't sew those. We're just going to do that one long seam. And then on the interior, we're going to sew about 1/3 of the way in and 1/3 of the way in, and we're going to leave a space here because that's where we're going to turn through later. go back to the sewing machine. Thank you so much, Sally. Sure. I appreciate your help. Okay, I'm going to switch off the zipper foot. We don't need that one anymore. What did I do with the other one? I threw it somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I unthreaded the machine again. This is a little bit longer video than we normally do on Tuesdays, but I think it's worth it. Okay, we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. And do a little bit of a back stitch. Okay. And the same thing for the other side. Okay, so I've left a space right here in that seam so that we can turn it later. Now we're just going to do one seam all the way down on this side. Push the wrong button. Luckily, this machine is smarter than I am.
I do that all the time. On
Okay, so there's that seam. And actually, we probably don't need to move back over to the other side. So what I'm going to do now is just open this up, and I'm just going to flatten. Again, I'm just going to use my fingers to flatten that seam down. And you can open it, the seam, if you want to, but I don't. I always just go to the side. And I'm doing the same thing on both sides. Now here, I'm going to make sure that I have the zipper open, which I don't. So I'm going to open that before I do anything else so I don't forget. If you don't have your zipper open at this point, you won't be able to turn it out and you'll have to take your seams apart. So please make sure that you have your zipper open at this point. And I'm glad I remembered to do that. So, okay. So what we're going to do is, now this is going to look a little different. Let me get the elastic as well. So this is the 9-inch piece of elastic. It's the same length as your little bag. And it's going to go inside on the right side. So these are our right sides of our fabric, the right side of the zipper. Oh, what's it saying?
it just says to rotate.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
So this is the right sides of the zipper and the right sides of the bag. And you're going to put your elastic in that side, that hole. And you're going to center it over where your zipper is, right there. Just right there at the end of the fabrics. And then you're going to bring your seam in and halfway, so centered right over the middle of that piece of elastic. You're going to center your seam. And then just... So this is a little fiddly, but don't get discouraged. It's really not that hard. And then we're going to take the seam. Oh, sorry. We're going to take the seam from the interior and do the same thing. We're going to center it right there over where the zipper is. Center the seam and then match it up with your ends of your other side. So you've got all 4 pieces of fabric right there in the middle over the top of the zipper. And then your elastic is right there in the center, centered over where the zipper is as well. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a pin in. It's a lot of layers.
Sorry about the dogs. Somebody's walking by.
You probably can't even hear the dogs very much on there.
Okay, good.
I mean, a little bit. It's not as bad as my dogs, man. My dogs come up real close to close to us sometimes when we're doing this. Anyway, so we're going to do this on this side, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to get the piece of elastic. We're going to put it over, center it over the zipper, and center our 2 seams. Make sure that the elastic is straight in there. Make sure our seams are straight. And then I'm just going to pin it again. And hoping that the video is not making you seasick. Okay, so I'm not going to bother with pinning the ends since I'm just going to go ahead and sew this right now. And again, this is just a 1/4 inch seam. Normally on a bag I would do 1/2 inch seams, but because this isn't going to have anything heavy in it, I'm not worried about it tearing through the seams or anything. So I'm just doing 1/4 inch seams, which is plenty for this one. Back stitch.
Tony says, love the elastic. I want to make one for my bullet journal.
Yes, that's exactly what it's for. It's for our planners. I am a huge planner fan. If y'all didn't know that, most of you know that already. And so when I originally designed this, I designed it for the Quilter's Planner. It was going to go in there at the Quilter's Planner magazine, but she ended up not having space for it. So it didn't get used. And so I thought, hey, it's the perfect thing to show you guys this week since I've been carrying my planner around. And okay, so I've just sewn a straight seam right across all of those pieces right there at the end. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I love that it can just travel around with my planner and it doesn't get lost, and I can keep my pens in it. This is big enough to keep 4 or 5 pens and a pencil if you want to. And
Elaine says, can't remember, is this project in our workshop section of the group website?
it will be in the workshop section of the website. It is not yet because I made the decision to make this actually after I got here to Texas. So I need to write the pattern for it still, but the video will be in the update email this week. After I get home, I'll upload it to YouTube, and then the video of this will be in there, so you can watch it over and over as many times as you want to if you need to. And then I will do a written version as well. I've also got all of the pictures taken for the box pouch that I taught a few weeks ago. I made another one this weekend so that I could take the pictures for the written directions for that as well. I just haven't had time, you guys, with let me get some scissors. With doing boxes for you guys, I haven't had time to write the patterns that I want to do. So I'm just trimming off the ends of the tabs, and then I'm going to trim the corners a little bit so we can get them a little bit more pointy after we turn this out.
Elaine says, thank you. Was not expecting to see you while you are in Texas. We've been busy.
We've been having a lot of fun, doing a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is sewn on each end, and then we still have our hole here in the interior. And so you're going to reach through that hole in the interior and all the way through the zipper, which is open on the inside, and you're going to turn everything out through that hole.
It's the magic.
It's the magic part. This is where the magic happens. And I'm going to have to borrow Sally's purple thing to get the corners out again. But So you just keep turning until it starts to look like it's supposed to. So I am pushing out the corners as much as I possibly can, and then you can use a chopstick or your bodkin or whatever it is that you use to turn out your corners with. Let me get it mostly done, and then I'll use a little pointy thing.
You're good.
And I'm hoping this comes out as cute as I think it's going to. I pieced these little 2.5-inch charms together on point so that hopefully it comes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm kind of loving it. So I'm just pushing out the points. And then the only thing left to do is to hand sew, or you could possibly do a very small seam on the interior to get that sewn together, but you still have this little bit here in the middle that you need to sew closed. Other than that, it's finished. I'm going to go ahead and zip it up and see how it looks. It's pretty cute, you guys. So that's the outside, and there's our elastic. And you can put some pins in there. So let me grab my planner real quick. Of course, you can always press this once you have it done. Just be sure not to press over that zipper if you're using a nylon zipper. Because it will melt. So here's my pretty planner. And hopefully you're still seeing this. Oh, put this right side up. And it fits over the planner. And not only does it hold your pens and things, but it holds your planner closed as well. And if you want to, on the page wherever you're at in your planner, like this page, you can put it over the page and then it holds your place in your planner as well. So there you go. So cute. And then it zips open very easily and you can put your pens and pencils in there. So I hope you liked it. Let me turn the camera around one more time just so you guys can see my face for a second here.
Got it.
So thank you, Sally. I appreciate you holding that for me the whole time.
Sure.
So wonderful of you. Okay. So I hope you guys liked it, and I am really happy that you came to watch, and I am looking forward to getting home. Well, I am not really looking forward to getting home. I have to tell you, I've been having so much fun here. Tomorrow we're going to go to this wonderful little, actually a place that has lovely planners called the Little Craft Place here in Texas and in Houston. And we're going with a friend who I've known from California. She's coming with us, and it's going to be so much fun. Oh, thank you, Gwen. I hope you will try making it. It is super fun and super easy, as you saw. Didn't take us hardly any time at all. Let's see. So you're welcome, Tony. I hope you have fun making it. And actually, you guys, I have a little surprise for you since you stayed with me this long. Excuse my crazy hair. Somebody who commented, and I will give you another half hour after the video is over. Somebody who commented here on the video, I will send you a pack of a blooming bunch, the little 2.5-inch squares, so you can make one that looks just like this. How's that? So go ahead and leave a comment if you haven't done so already. And whoever, I will do a little, this is not sponsored by Facebook. I just came up with this a second ago. Facebook don't have a freak out, okay? And somebody who comments will win a little charm pack of a blooming bunch, and I'll send it along to you when I get home. So, love you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful week. I'll be home on Thursday, but I am flying home on Thursday, so don't expect a chat on Thursday. But we are going to have our Saturday sew-in on Saturday, so I hope to see your faces there. Oh, thank you, Gwen. You're welcome, Shelly. Thanks for coming, girls. So I'm hoping to see you at the sew-in on Saturday, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe, and Sally and I love you. Bye-bye.